It made the noise.
I wasn't sure whether that was the off noise or the on noise or the
Dirt bikes going left. NASCAR on dirt.
pull my hair harder daddy
bikes.
noise. I don't know.
And an X.
What?
Nothing.
Well, no,
Not
what's the look
you.
for?
I don't know. I just need the energy to start this podcast. Because, you know, it's 1:13 on a Sunday, and the regular crowd's sitting down, getting ready to record a podcast. Where the fuck is my tonic and gin?
It's 3 a.m. You must be lonely.
Wrong song. Wrong song. We were going for Piano Man, Iron. We were going for Piano Man.
Yeah, come on.
I thought that was a pretty good parody.
No, it was.
I'm an ace at it. So what's been up, yo? Introduce the podcast first.
We are the Internet Scholars. Mike and Rob and Aaron. Aaron and Rob and Mike. Rob, Mike, Aaron.
Then what's been up, yo? I asked you again.
Let's see. Sat down and watched an indie horror film this week.
Talk about it.
Called The Girl in the Photo... It was either The Girl in the Photograph...
It was the girl in the photographs.
Plural?
Question, as the
I
person that
believe
didn't
it
see
was plural.
how can it be an indie film if Wes Craven made it?
He was the executive
He was
producer.
the executive producer.
It was the last thing he did before he died.
I really don't know
Wes
how
Craven's New Nightmare, one of my favorite horror films.
I really don't know how much of a creative
That's the one where
hand
Freddy
he
comes
had
into
in
the
it.
real life. And then,
Yeah.
it's a good movie.
It was a good film. I mean,
Not bad for what it was.
B-list
Girl
psych.
in the photograph.
But Cal Penn's character shined and was probably the biggest redeeming
He shined bright like a diamond.
quality
Yes.
of the movie.
Oh, it has those creepy masks.
Yeah.
It was from 2015. I was thinking this was much older. Cal Penn's the headline there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With like a cameo by Christy Carlson Romano
twice.
twice for like 30 seconds each.
Was she the standout character, would you say?
No, they left
no.
it. They left it open so that maybe they were going to do a sequel,
And then it didn't do good enough to get a sequel.
and then probably not. Well, that and the passing of Wes Craven, you don't know how much of his
Hand that he had
hand
in it.
in it he had pushing it.
Because all he did was executive produce. He wasn't the writer, nothing like that.
Executive producer could be a big job, though.
Yeah, I feel like he is a huge part of getting Cal Penn involved.
Other than that,
You see, based on what you said about this movie, I'm going to say that that's not his last work, just because I don't want to count that. But I'm going to count Scream Season 1 on MTV, which was very good, as his last work. Because he also did that year,
Yes.
okay.
as executive producer.
Other than that, been watching the X Games. We're finally over the All-Star break in baseball, and I hate that I know that there was an All-Star break. I hate that I watched.
Did you watch the All-Star game?
I did not watch the
You know the
All-Star.
we
All-Star
did
game
watch
means
the home
jack
run
shit
derby.
now?
Yeah, we watched.
No, the All-Star game was a joke.
Yeah, but the All-Star game used to be like, hey, the
Whoever
winner of this gets...
Yeah, the
gets
winner
a-
of this gets home.
That was actually a
field
recent rule, though.
advantage.
That was 2003. I
And
thought it was a
then,
little longer than that. But then last year they changed it.
They had the celebrity game, and Bill Nye was out there fucking
With Shaq.
hitting baseballs and stuff. So that was kind of cool. But
Like Bill Nye the Science Guy or Bill Nighy, like the British dude?
no, like
No,
Bill Nye
Bill
the Science Guy.
The highlight of the celebrity.
I think
softball game.
he actually got like a home run, and I just remember looking over to Aaron and being like, he got that not because he's a good athlete, but because he's good at science.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me, there was this show, I don't know if it's still on TBS, it was called King of the Nerds, right?
Yes.
Was that competition game
Oh,
show?
It was a
it was
competition
good.
in
We used to watch it every weekend.
I don't know if it was good, but it was on.
It was enough.
It existed, but I remember the first season, the only season I've watched, they had this competition where like they had to like roll like these giant balls like down a hill to like knock stuff over, and whoever got the most stuff knocked over won and didn't get eliminated. And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm going to be great at this because I'm good at physics." Needless to say, he lost.
Yes.
Just why I said Jovenshire from Smosh Games was on that show. Fun fact.
But
Anything else been up, yo?
no, not really. Working, the same old, same old.
Yeah, cool.
So what's
No bad trips or nothing. That happened?
We're not going to talk about
Dude,
that.
I feel like that needs to be
I
addressed.
feel- yeah.
I really don't want to go back to that. It's behind me now.
The moral of the story is you don't accept drugs from strangers.
Yeah. So,
You'd think that you wouldn't have to teach this lesson to a 24-year-old man, but you do, apparently.
Rob.
I mean, luckily you knew this guy for at least all of 15 minutes, right?
He seemed chill.
But
anyway,
mutual.
I mean, in your defense, though, I mean, the person that brought you to the party should have verified it first.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking there should have been some kind of intervention by my sponsored co-attendee, but whatever.
We were at a law enforcement party.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And you're the law enforcement, so
Everything should have been kosher.
All right, before we continue to incriminate ourselves, I'm going to turn to Mike and ask, what's been up, yo?
You can do the hardest shit at a law party because no one's going to arrest you. Because then you'd have to arrest everyone. It'd be like, oh well, that'd fuck our job. So
yeah,
what's been up, yo?
that's why you missed the orgy that they had later too.
What's been up?
There was a goat involved. There was they had
like go with a horse.
There was like 12 dudes and one chick there. I don't feel like I missed much.
I mean, the
Two
van
chicks.
of strippers
Don't
came
count.
later. The van of strippers came later. They're actually Russian prostitutes.
Anyway.
Again, it was all legal because you're not going to arrest them.
Anyway, moving past it, what's been up, yo?
Not much. Not a whole lot. Been working.
Done any sporting events?
I did. I played basketball yesterday.
Okay.
Oh really? Without inviting me.
At midnight.
I mean, that seems
As
like
one plays basketball.
normal time to play basketball.
Mike, we're gonna go play basketball later, and I'm gonna whoop your ass.
My legs are jello right now.
I'm not going to be doing it. I'm not going to be doing any of that bullshit.
I remember I sucked at basketball, but at least back in the day when I played basketball, I could actually make shots.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore. It's gone. Like it's weird. I can still make the shots that I used to make, where you get past the ball and shoot real quick without thinking. I can still make those. I just if I line it up, I can't make that shit.
Really?
My wrist is off. I don't know. It's not good. But I was playing against white guys, so I had a chance. But my team still lost.
Feel weird.
You got masturbators elbow.
My elbow feel funny.
My elbow's fine. It's just the wrist.
The rest.
No, it's because it got fucked up as a kid and I never fixed it, and it's all kind of messed up. I have this weird thing when I bowl. If you bowl with a curve, you bowl, if you're right-handed, you're going to get the right-handed curve, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I bowl with a curve, but it's a left-handed curve. I make the back curve every time. That's the natural way.
Did you break your wrist
ball.
playing football in middle school?
Yes, but not this wrist. This wrist I broke.
Because I remember in middle school you having a broken wrist.
Yeah. This wrist I broke when I was 8, and I broke it on those roller skate shoes, right? I was like, oh man, this really hurts. I think it's broken. Then my family, an EMT even, my EMT uncle, they grab it, they moving around. I was like, you can still move and everything, it's fine, right? So a whole day goes by, I'm still complaining. It still hurts, and then we're at dinner. We're up in Indiana. We're getting ready to drive back home, and then I'm just like, oh man, this really hurts. And I'm complaining at dinner, and then my mom just grabs my wrist. She's like, we're gonna get this X-ray, and it better fucking be broken or whatever. She doesn't curse. She didn't say that, but that was the feeling of it. And then it was broken, so they felt really bad because I was right and they're all wrong. Yeah, it was a hairline fracture, and I don't think it ever healed right. I had the
Poor chap.
Yeah.
But no, this one I broke 3 times. The wrist twice, the arm once. The first time I broke this, I fell on my bunk bed right in the middle of my arm, straight fucking up. I didn't need surgery on it. Apparently, the doctor just pulled it forward and was able to set it and put a cast on it.
Oh.
Then twice in football doing back pedals, actually. Because I would put my arms back because that's, the natural human reaction to do that. Once I broke my wrist like this, and then the other time I broke it like that. And the second time I had to get screws in my arm, which aren't in there anymore, but I still have the scar from where they had to take them out. I had temporary screws and they pulled them out.
Oof.
But I haven't broken a bone in a while, so this is...
Means you're due up.
You're right.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, go back out and play some basketball.
That's me and my 6 concussions. I mean, I'm 2 away from Chris Benoit.
Let's go play
rugby.
Baseball bat lightsaber duels in the backyard. We'll see what
LARPing,
get that bitch
guys.
snapped for you.
Yeah, played basketball. It was fun. But I got super
Was there
fucking
that
tired,
one
man.
random white guy with the dreads that thought he was better than everybody else there?
No, it was all people that I didn't know, but the people that invited me knew. It was all
Because when I play when I used to,
it wasn't at a rec. I don't even know where the. I'm not gonna say
we,
the place, but it was like a random neighborhood where they had a court open. I was all right. It was there were 2 people clearly better than everyone else.
Yeah. I up until a few months ago, I used to go play.
They were fun.
I used to go play with a bunch of cop buddies.
Up until a few minutes ago?
Months.
I also saw It yesterday. Finally, the kid-led film, which basically had every good child actor working today.
Is that your phone?
Yes.
Where the fuck did my phone go?
I don't know where the fuck your phone went.
Yeah.
This isn't the time to look for. We're in the middle of a podcast. This is not
My
professional.
girlfriend just texted me, and she texted me the words of "fuck me like a puppy."
Oh, okay.
Oh, baby.
Sure.
Yeah, it was good. It just wasn't scary to me, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, there was definitely an element of suspense, I think, to it, but I agree with you.
Yeah, it was a horror movie, but it wasn't a scary movie.
Aside from the one scene where the clown Pennywise is crawling out of the projector, and again, I have no idea why that scene in specific.
I don't know, man.
got to
That
me.
scene when like him and Beverly are down in the well.
When he
And does
dances.
the dancing? Whoa, man!
Yeah.
Oh no!
That just scared me to death.
Well, thanks for ruining the movie for me,
Did it
guys. I haven't
really?
seen it yet.
No, that's fucking.
No, I love all the memes that have resulted with him dancing
Like,
to
I
different
just-
music.
I just imagine though, like if I was the kid and I was trapped in this well, and all of a sudden the fucking clown starts dancing like that, I'd be like, yeah, my fear's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's not working anymore. But I thought it was very well made, and I'm stoked for the sequel.
Yeah.
Upset they left out the child orgy scene though. I mean, come on,
We're
the hit
never.
scene from the book.
You're never going to see
Yeah,
that
they never
movie on
should.
the silver
They never
screen.
should. Someone else talked to yesterday was like, oh man, I can't watch it because I got to read the book first, and I was like, you know, there's a child orgy scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're really not missing.
It's
It might be better
a long
to
ass
just see
book too.
the
It's like
movie.
1,000 pages.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I have the Stand to read. That's like 3,000 pages.
Oof.
Oof.
That's a big one. I'll read eventually. Besides that, I've also been playing Octopath Traveler.
How's
this
that been?
week. I have 4 of the 8 characters so far, but it's fun. It's like an old school. It's definitely like one of the best exclusives on the Switch. I would say it's awesome. It's if you like old school turn-based RPGs, it has that, and then it also has like some cool neat features. Like each character has like their own like unique ability. Like the character I started off with was the thief. Basically, he can go up to anyone and just steal what they have
Nice.
with no negative consequences. Like the only negative consequence, like if you fail, because like there's a percentage chance that it'll be
Yeah.
successful. If you fail 5 times, your reputation in town will be down, so then they won't talk to you. But then you can just go to the barkeep and then be like, pay him so much money to just be like, okay, you're good now. I told him you're all good. And then like one of the characters can allure them, and then use them as summons later. One of them's able to talk to people and like find like hidden items and stuff. So like it's all like there's some cool neat abilities and the way that they can all work together. It's cool. I enjoy it so far.
Have you been playing much of Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker?
I have yet to boot it up because I basically when I get the chance, the only game I've been playing is Octopath, and then I had to do something for our Kingdom Hearts Let's Play, so I had to go and play through to a certain point in Kingdom Hearts so I can record the footage. And then I've been trying to still get a platinum and rechain memories. I did that yesterday for a little bit, but I haven't. When I work, it's hard to video game. So when I get the chance, I just
It's
play the game in there.
It's enjoyable. I've been playing some.
Oh, I don't like it. I played the demo, so I was like, okay, I'm down with this. It's just sitting there to play when I'm done with Octopath.
Yeah.
That's what's been up with me, which now leads me to ask Aaron the question. What been up, yo?
Oh, you know, another week. Spent a lot of time in prison. You know, getting hard.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember I had to bail you out like 6 times
Exactly,
this week.
you
It was
know.
fucking ridiculous.
every day I find a new gray hair.
Every day.
Every day. It's been a pretty simple, easy week. You know, I want to say easy. But,
It was a simple
No.
kind of week.
I locked somebody up yesterday. That was enjoyable.
Was it?
Yes, I always love putting cuffs on somebody. Like
That's,
it's fun.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't care about
we don't
personal
kink shame.
life.
We don't kink shame.
I'm not kink
But-
shaming. I'm just saying.
And it was especially nice because I let the inmate think that they were not going to go to confinement, but he snuck into the kitchen and was volunteering.
You one of them assholes, aren't you?
Yeah, he snuck into the kitchen and was volunteering, and I don't accept volunteers because if they get hurt, you know, I'm liable. So I'm sitting there, I'm doing count, and I look over, and he's sitting with all the inmates from the one dorm, and I'm like, hey, pull down your beard mask real quick. He goes, all right. I'm like, don't you live in this dorm and not that dorm? He goes, yeah. I'm like, don't you not work in my kitchen? He's like, yeah. Now I'm volunteering. I'm like, all right, I see you. So I go into my office. I call the captain, and I'm like, hey, I got a volunteer in here. When count clears, I'm gonna put him in cuffs. You guys want to take him to confinement for me? I need to prove a point. Yeah, sure enough, count cleared. Took him outside, slapped the cuffs on his wrists, and within 10 minutes, 8 inmates that were supposed to be at work showed up to work, terrified. Don't lock me up, Mr. Sizemore. No. I'm good, boss.
I haven't heard any of your inmates speak, and I can still tell that was a terrible impression of your inmate.
No, it's a lot less profanity. I G-rated it.
That was an impression of all of the inmates combined.
Talking at the same time.
Yeah.
I got accused
together, they don't have Down syndrome. When you throw all the brains together,
I have to say the highlight of the week is being accused of having white guilt. That was definitely a highlight of the week.
Story.
No, and a white inmate comes up to me and he's like, you let all the Spanish inmates and African inmates and Mexican inmates, you let them leave early, but you make all the white guys stay. Is it because you have white guilt? And I look at him, I'm like, yeah, you're right, we all have white guilt. And, it wasn't as funny. It wasn't funny at all. But it was an interesting moment at work. So, but that's been about it. That's been what's up, yo.
Alright. Do you have white guilt, Rob? Do you need to let it out now?
We all should.
We all should have.
I don't. Did I do that shit? No. Who the fuck cares what my family did?
No, I was gonna say I lived my life to be the best person I can be, and that's.
Hey, every once in a while, so my friends would be like, "Oh, it must be nice to be white, right?" Like being like all sarcastic. Say something. I'm like, "Yeah, it fucking is. I'm gonna use every advantage I'm given. Not my fault."
I'm good at everything but sports.
And we're still good at tennis.
Yep.
And golf.
Except for our women.
So we can afford to play it. White privilege. But no guilt. No guilt attached.
It's a thing.
On this show, we have this segment where we talk about trailers sometimes, right?
Well, today, that's the whole show.
Can I speak now?
Yeah.
Because I asked a question.
The trailers of the whole show or your white guilt?
Is it your white guilt about the trailers?
It is.
No.
It is.
Because you had the privilege of being able to watch it.
I mean,
on your YouTube television.
You watched the Aquaman trailer and you saw Black Mantis and go, "Is it Kevin Hart?" I'm like, "No, not every black guy is Kevin Hart, Rob."
Yeah,
No,
only
I believe you said it was Kevin Hart, and I went, "Yeah, it kind of looked like Kevin Hart."
So you were thinking it, you just didn't want.
Yeah, you were thinking white guilt.
But we have a lot of trailers to talk about. That's what I'm talking about, right? So we're gonna get the other news out of the way first, and then have the trailer segment, and then there'll be a big topic after that, and then we'll have the dumbest thing, because I have one of those, which might be okay. So get ready for the trailer segment. If you don't like trailers, pause this and watch all the trailers from Comic-Con. We're going to talk about most of them. But first up, I'm going to talk about the Batwoman TV show. It's getting made.
Who's picking it up?
CW. It's going to be part of the Arrowverse.
Really?
Batwoman is going to be the crossover character this year, because they have the crossover with all the shows.
Yeah.
Legend of Tomorrow not involved in the crossover apparently, but
I feel like Legend of Tomorrow is probably gonna phase out
Arrow.
after this
Legend of
season.
Tomorrow is good, man.
It is.
And Constantine's like a main character now.
Yeah.
New season. But yeah, Batwoman's going to be the crossover character, and they're developing the show. Obviously, they haven't cast her yet, but she's going to show up in the crossover episode, and I don't know if she's going to be part of the Arrowverse, but part of the Supergirl side, or if she's going to be part of the Arrowverse and in the actual Arrow part, but she's going to be in that multiverse.
Yeah, which multiverse she's going to be from?
Do you have any picks for who would make a good Batwoman?
No. No, I don't.
Christy Carlson Romano.
I was going to say Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
You saw
on the CW.
You saw.
That's an expensive actress.
The Dark Knight Rises, right? You saw it. You saw that movie. Yes, she doesn't need to put on a costume again because she barely put one on the first time. Ah, just the goggles. No, she doesn't have red hair, bro. She needs red hair. Batwoman needs red hair. That's like her thing.
It's clearly needs to be Faye Valentine.
No. But no, I don't have any picks to be a good Batwoman. I just think that's a very cool thing the CW's doing. Like, hey, how to put a Gotham character or a character from Gotham, not like a Gotham character.
Other than just name dropping Gotham.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Next up, they're making a Stargirl TV show. Stargirl is a character from the Justice Society, which is like the Justice Society is like the old. There was a Justice Society in in Legend of Tomorrow.
Yeah, they're featured in Legends of Tomorrow.
They're like the older heroes before the Justice League, like during like the World War II time superheroes. And this is going to be on the DC Universe, that whole streaming service, DC streaming. They're developing it. I think what's his name's involved, the dude that does all the
Greg Berlanti?
No, not him. He like is like disconnected from the show now because like
really?
Yeah. No, Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns is producing it. So going to be for DC streaming. And apparently it's going to be about like reuniting the Justice Society, and I think that it looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks awful.
Dog Transformer. Actually, is what we're talking about. It's apparently going to be about them like going and like reuniting the Justice Society. I think that's like a cool like kind of mini story that can be told in the DC stream, and it's going to be separate from the Arrowverse. It's not going to be connected to that apparently, but could be good. The DC Universe streaming thing is something that I want to check out. I just don't want to check out Titans, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Next up, did you hear what they're doing with Pokemon? Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
No, I haven't heard anything.
Right. So you know how they're making this shit decision with no random battle encounters, right?
Yeah.
You know how they're basically having experience all the time.
Yeah.
And you know how there's still going to be Pokemon gyms at least, right? This is actually an interesting thing. It's not. I made it sound like it's going to be shit, but it's not. But apparently, like to get into each gym, there's going to be like a special requirement. Like the dude at the front, like instead of just being like, "Hey, here's the tips," he's got to be like, "Oh, you need this to go in here." Like, you must have a water or grass type Pokemon to come in. You must have caught at least this type of Pokemon to come in. So it'll be cool, like little added things to go onto the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee gym battles. A little twist on it. So changing up the formula, which I think is cool. Besides the getting rid of random battle encounters.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that's like you said. I don't know that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's probably going to save people from speeding through the game. You know, because there's still got to be some kind of longevity to it. You know?
I mean, it's probably still going to be a short game. There's no random battle encounter. They just throw a Pokeball. Oh, look iconic. Cool. Move on. Did you also hear the news that bless you. That there's a chance that like the Pokemon Go is like gonna continue to be a part of all future Pokemon games. I'm not excited about.
It depends on the way they choose the.
We're not going down this road again, Rob.
Well, no, I mean, like, listen, I don't have a problem with them with the system they've got in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. I don't have a problem with Pokemon Go being involved. I think that's. I mean, really, I don't think it's any more consequential than the old Pokewalker or anything.
I think it's way more consequential. Like, you can just transfer all your Pokemon in. It's like.
Can you though, or do they just go to like a side area, like Battle Park minigame area?
From what I heard, you can just transfer in your Pokemon.
Oh, see, I had not heard that, so I don't know.
So like all of a sudden, hey, I have this like level 99 Pokemon at my beginning of the game.
I don't know.
So let's play it out. I'm just not excited for it.
It seems like that's something that they would not.
And the last news story we got is Nintendo put out more Mario Kart 8 DLC.
Yeah.
What do you like acting like that's like not a big deal? That's like a huge fucking deal, man.
I was trying to read whether you were one of the asshats online complaining about it or not, because there's a whole. I've seen people complaining, "Oh, we're not going to get Mario Kart 9 on Switch," and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Mario Kart 8 still holds up.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, thank you very much.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still holds up. It's a great game.
Yeah, they added the Breath of the Wild DLC, which I don't exactly know what was it. Just the character skin, or is there also a new map?
It was. I think there's a new. There's a new vehicle, a new motorcycle, a new character skin for Link, a new set of wheels, and then possibly I think I read that there was a battle arena.
That's pretty cool. Then, but yeah, just this idea of Nintendo like doubling down on DLC is exciting.
Is it free DLC? Because that's the only thing.
That is free DLC, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I believe the other DLC before was paid for though.
I've
not the deluxe because all that was packed in, but like on the Wii U version of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I believe that was all you had to buy the passes. But I just free or not, I mean just more DLC for games. That's awesome.
I've still got to sit down and get the DLC for Breath of the Wild. I still got to beat Breath of the Wild.
Do you really though?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I've gotten to the idol.
Like I enjoyed it. Like it was a great like game, but it was also a great game because like that's all you had to play on Switch. It was just like when I got it was like just a novelty of the Switch being able to like just play it where
I hate to say this, and I'm sure there are certain people who would eviscerate me for this, but I'm almost having a better Legend of Zelda time playing Hyrule Warriors
How dare you!
than I have been with Breath of the Wild recently.
As someone who's played both, Breath of the Wild's a better game.
I don't know.
It's the better game.
I don't know.
I mean, the one's just a Muso. You'll have the same experience playing fucking Dynasty Warriors. And I played a shit ton of Dynasty Warriors. Don't get me wrong, I think it's fun and all, but I mean, it's like Breath of the Wild was something new and different, where Hyrule Warriors still just kind of feels like a slightly more advanced Dynasty Warriors.
I don't know.
It's you're allowed to have fun however you want, but the better game is definitely Breath of the Wild. There's not a question. The better Zelda game, also Breath of the Wild.
So many dungeons.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's this. Hey, which of these characters?
No, the joke is that there isn't a single dungeon in Breath of the Wild.
I mean, you can
Shrines.
Well, shrines, but I mean, like the fucking 4 beasts, you would count as dungeons. I would count those as dungeons. No, man, they're dungeons.
I don't know about that.
They're dungeons. You complete puzzles. You get to a boss. You beat the boss. They're dungeons. There's 4 dungeons.
Extended shrines.
And shrines are just small dungeons.
I've played neither.
Without bosses.
I mean, the shrines are like the Captain Toad's treasure tracker of dungeons.
Shrines are fucking awesome, alright? The shrines are some of the best shit in the... Fuck you. Alright, so now it's time for the trailer segment, this week known as Trailer Time. Talking all the trailers of Comic Con. I know you wanna talk about the trailers, all the TV shows and the movies of Comic Con. Is the name of the segment this week?
Very expensive.
That was,
Gold.
I was gonna say that was great, Mike.
Good job.
Now, do you want me to, since I have the list of all the trailers that we watched before the show, do you want me to separate this into TV shows and movies, or just like go down the list that I haven't written down?
I do not care. Just I'm fine.
Yeah,
with just going
go
down
down
the
the
list.
All right, so first off, and then we're gonna have to rank them all later.
Oh god.
No, we can't do that. That'd be impossible. The Flash season 5 trailer. Robert, I know you're a little bitch and haven't seen the Flash.
I know,
So
but
go ahead and sit back.
I
On
was
this one.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
let the adults talk for this one.
So Flash.
Okay. All right.
Be nice to your uncle.
Yeah.
So Flash, Flash is one of the CW shows I'm caught up with. Like that's the one like I always watch first.
Oh yeah, it's my main.
It's so good. Besides, season 3 I think was a little weak, and season 4 like I think started strong, and then kind of like devolved.
Season 4 went from really really good to meh to really 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 good at the end. I really enjoyed the whole dynamic of the
last episode.
Really.
Really.
The very last episode I think was really really good. But I mean like this stuff like once DeVoe got all the powers, I thought was just kind of like doesn't matter anymore. Because like before, like at the start of the season, you're like, oh man, he's fighting a different villain. He's like using his brain. He's like out tacticking him, and at the end it was like, look at all these powers I have. Ooh.
Yeah, but you still gotta remember it's a TV show and.
Yeah, and TV shows can be great the whole way through. I mean, the problem is when the problem with the CW shows. I love them, but they double out on the fucking 22 episode seasons, and
they do.
TV shows don't need to be 22 episodes all the time. Like,
No, sometimes they'd be okay with.
I mean, like
15,
the start of season
episode.
4 was awesome, and I just like once DeVoe started getting more and more powers, it just became a bit ridiculous. And
They got
ridiculous. It was crazy.
It did.
But
I'm a nuclear man now.
Basically.
Yeah.
This trailer looks awesome. I like they're basically kind of like doing the like Bart Allen story but with his daughter instead.
But the one thing I found very interesting is that his daughter is the alter ego of XS, which in the comics is actually his granddaughter. So I thought that was interesting that they're kind of retconning it a little bit.
A little bit of that, and like I said, we're gonna like the Bart Allen like I'm trapped in the past after traveling back here thing.
Yeah.
Bart Allen is in season 2 of Young Justice when you finally get around to that. The villain looks cool. Like he has a black lightning bolt. Like it's familiar, but I can't think of who the name is. I want to say Black Bolt, but that's fucking Inhuman.
It's Sejic or something, or Sijak.
Sejic.
I looked it up last night.
He looks cool, and he looks like...
I know Chris Klein is playing him.
What I got from the trailer is that he's a character that uses speed, but he doesn't have speed. Like, he's using the Speed Force as a weapon, but, like... It's not like actual speed.
His whole thing is I guess he like hates metahumans, and he wants to destroy all the metahumans and destroy pretty much Barry as a whole.
One of them self-loathing.
Yeah, he's kind of like, my life got fucked up because of this, so I'm just gonna fuck everybody else up. Screw y'all.
Or like, as we call that,
a tragic
Incredibles 1.
Oh God.
Syndrome. He has a syndrome, is what I'm saying.
Wonder
a syndrome. Wonder Boy.
Wasn't that his name when he was a sidekick?
No.
What was his name then?
No. Incredikid or something like that?
Yeah.
Like the one scene you see him with that? Yeah, The Flash, like, I'm excited. I hope they can recapture that season 1 and 2 magic, or the beginning of season 4 with this. I personally don't like that they're bringing Wally back, because, like, Wally didn't have anything to do.
No.
And I feel like they still aren't going to have anything for him to do,
it's kind of like with Jessie. They made the smart choice sending Jessie off back to her own Earth.
And I thought
letting her do her own thing.
Great on Legends, but now he's...
And Wally should stay on Legends. Yeah. He doesn't need to stay on the Flash.
And especially with fucking Plastic Man, like... not Plastic Man.
Elastaman.
It's basically the same
thing. I can't remember his actual name. To save my life.
Oh shit!
I know he was actually a really diverse. Yeah, he was a really diverse character throughout. It was fun to watch.
I love Digby's character.
It was fun to watch him progress from being that prick, like dirty piece of shit, to a hero.
Yep.
That was really enjoyable.
Man, the fucking heartbreak, like when he gets his powers taken.
Just Barry's reaction was just crushing.
Yeah, with Digby still being the main character, Cisco still having the main character.
I mean, Cisco's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's just no place for Wally.
I want to see Danny Trejo return. You know,
he doesn't have his powers anymore, though.
It doesn't matter. They're still dating.
He just shows. No, they're not dating.
Did they break up?
Yes, they broke up in this season finale, man. Fuck. He got all. That's why. Even when we watched the trailer, remember he's drinking at the party. I said that's because he just broke up with his girlfriend.
I forgot about that shit.
Remember they went, like, they made out, they're like, we're just not right for each other, because, like, I want you, or whatever.
Because she wanted him to go join her, like, you know, the company.
No, they didn't want that to happen, but she wanted to keep things the same.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be like, no, I want, like, something real to happen, like, move in with me and shit.
I want to be a couple. And
she just couldn't because of the way
she's just like, nah, man, I just want to fuck you randomly. And also, you know, other guys.
I don't remember her saying that at all.
That's totally what she said.
Yeah, the Flash season 5 trailer looked good.
There's some weird subtext Aaron threw in there.
Next up, Arrow season 7. This trailer looks fun.
Looks good. Badass. I haven't watched for like the last 2 seasons, but this season looks...
Yeah, I still haven't finished the last season, but this trailer looks awesome. It looks gritty. It looks like realistic. He's having to like face his decisions, not in the way he
Cody
has
Rhodes
returns. Cody Rhodes returns.
Yeah.
Fuck, who do you play?
I can't remember his character's
guy
name.
Who used drugs.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the fuck he played. But yeah, just having to deal with all these different, like, Bronze Tiger and shit in prison, and then, like, the consequence on the outside. And they didn't show it, but knowing that Arsenal's going to return, I mean, this really has the power to recapture Arrow when it was good back in, like, the first 3 seasons before it got stupid. Basically.
Yeah, it got really watered down. And
basically before, like, the second half of season 3 when Ra's al Ghul was there and he was Batman and shit. But this trailer looked good. That's all I gotta say. Arrow season 7. I have faith to restore. I might even go back and finish the last season. Man, something pissed me off about the last season, right? Because I was behind, and then I saw a trailer that had fucking Tommy in it, right? Tommy Merlin. I was like, oh fucking shit, that's awesome. They bring Tommy back or something should have done forever. And then like I looked into how it was, and it was just fucking Human Target like pretending to be Tommy to like help out with some like law decision or some shit. And I was like, that's stupid. I'm never gonna watch that again. Then, but that's why I haven't caught up. Next trailer. This is an exciting one, fellas. You ready? DC's Titans.
No, fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
The beginning of the DC streaming service. Get up in here. Come on. Now you got Robin.
I
Right?
expected something way stronger.
Robin looks cool. Robin looks
For
cool.
what's supposed to
Robin
be
looks cool.
And like the fucking
Raven
throwing
looks-
R-stars. Those are like legit.
Beast Boy, I thought looked pretty chill,
Beast Boy, I didn't like the design on it.
but
Starfire, I didn't like the design on it.
no.
I like
Raven, I don't like the design on it. It just felt like so melodrama to me.
Yeah,
It felt like you said earlier. It felt like a freeform
show, yeah.
Like it just was like, yeah, we're a freeform show, but we're gonna use the F word.
Like it's like freeform. It's like, oh, we're being dark just to be dark. And it's like the point of being dark isn't to be dark. It's to tell a good story. If you're being dark just for the sake for being dark doesn't work.
Isn't dark for the sake of dark pretty much the strategy that DC has used and failed upon in the last few movies they've released?
No, I mean, have you seen Justice League?
No.
Justice League, they definitely like went not dark, and I think that was the problem. Is that like it was what was a dark movie?
The problem with Justice League. The problem with Justice League is you went from
Cyborg.
having Zack Snyder doing his whole "I'm dark," and then he had to step down for his personal reasons, and Joss Whedon stepped in and was like, I'm Joss Whedon! Woohoo!
I mean, he was already stepping, like, they had already fired him before that. They just, like, just saved face and said...
He stepped down...
That's what they said.
They
had already fired him beforehand. Like, Joss Whedon had already taken over.
He just Bill Clintoned his way out of there.
His fucking daughter died, Jazz.
Yeah,
Oh, no. No.
His daughter died.
Oh,
I
man.
did not know.
But yeah, like his daughter like committed suicide.
I just meant that like he stepped down before they could fire him. I was unaware of this other landmine that you guys just let me fucking step on. Holy
like
shit.
they had like fired him, but then this
I
thing
said
happened with his
personal
daughter,
reasons.
so then he
personal reasons. I don't know. I didn't know whether you're talking like that personal reasons or like
it was that.
James Gunn personal reasons.
Look, that's bullshit.
We'll get there later.
We'll get there later. I'm not happy.
But no, Joss Whedon had already taken over at that point. Like they'd come out and said, like afterwards, that like there had already been reshoots planned and everything. Like it was already all in stone and stuff. But no, I think a lot of the problem with Justice League is just that like they weren't trying to make. They were trying to launch a universe instead of tell a story again.
Yeah.
Like for one, Cyborg had no purpose in there.
No, he was pointless. I will say though, a bright spot of Justice League was the Flash. I did not think Ezra Miller...
I thought Justice League was actually like it's.
I did not think he was going to be able to pull it off as the Flash, but
Ezra Miller's a fucking great actor. Man.
He
Did you see
really
Perks being a Wallflower?
Yes, I have.
Awesome.
I just didn't think that anyone was going to beat Grant Gustin.
I think it's because they went with a different version of the Flash, where it's like Grant Gustin's Flash is more like the sarcastic Wally West-ish witty kind, like the Just League animators time, and like this is Ezra more like the socially awkward kind of just need to make friends kind of
the Spider-Man Flash,
the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
But I don't think Justice League was a bad movie. I don't think it was a good movie, but I think it was fun. It was a fun time. It had a lot of problems, but
it was enjoyable. I mean,
it didn't deserve to be like the box office bomb that it was. Like,
it was a box office bomb though because they've had so many failures. Like Wonder Woman is their standout.
And Wonder Woman's good. I like Batman v Superman. I actually really like Batman v Superman. I love Man of Steel. I mean,
I do love Man of Steel. Man of Steel is my favorite one.
I mean, Batman vs Superman. I mean, like the fucking like Batman Arkham scene, just like it's fucking like right out of the fucking games. It's fucking awesome.
The only thing I didn't like about Batman vs Superman
is just Batman and all of Batman.
They fucked up Awesome. They fucked up Doomsday. Jesse Eisenberg is still not a believable Lex Luthor. He was a believable Lex Luthor they were going for. I mean, the only like bad Lex Luthor thing I think was like the fucking like taking the lollipop or whatever the fuck and putting it in the other dude's mouth. Like that's the only like weird thing. Granny's
that I thought was fucking hilarious. I love that. I love the Granny's speech to her. I mean, the problem was that like they added the Batman stuff was good, but the Superman stuff all like just kind of felt forced.
It just
it was because they tried to tell like.
I want more Ben Affleck.
Superman
I want more Ben Affleck as Batman because he is a good Batman.
Yep.
Like he's definitely.
Yeah,
he has worked very hard to redeem himself from Daredevil, which I personally enjoyed Daredevil.
No, Daredevil's shit. I'm not gonna let you stand on that.
But
That's a piece of shit, man.
Daredevil's great.
It's
Breakfast
not.
Club
It's
sucks.
horrible.
Eat a dick.
Daredevil's so bad, man. Like just how I don't know.
It just Jon Favreau.
The only thing worse is the Elektra movie that was a spin-off.
You leave that alone. That was terrible. We don't talk about it.
In the same universe. It was canon.
It was canon.
That was
Daredevil's
back when Evanescence was strong enough to just do entire soundtracks for fucking music.
They can still do it now.
But they still could.
Nah.
That was the MCU before the MCU. Daredevil and Elektra.
Yeah, Titans, to wrap it back around, not excited. I'm still going to watch it because I'm going to get the DC streaming service. Just
I am too.
Yeah.
Mostly because like you can still read comics and like it's going to have all like the older shit and stuff in there. So like, it's mostly for the comics, but digital comics. But
it's going to have it's supposed to have all the Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, they're getting all that.
The movies.
Batman.
And I've always looked up to Christopher
Even the
Reeves.
one after the accident?
Well, I mean, like I said, I've always looked up to Christopher Reeves, and then at some point in my life, I started to look down on him. But, you know.
That's not okay.
Aaron, give me the shovel back. You stop making your gravy.
I feel like you need to personally call Reeves' family and apologize for that.
Next up, in positive DC news, the Aquaman trailer came out.
If you want to call that positive,
I'm going to call it.
I didn't really like it.
It just looked fun. Jason Momoa is having fun.
He is.
That's what we need. Like, we need... And the fucking underwater shit looks fucking
It
awesome,
looks like
man.
a beautiful film. I just don't know how I feel about it.
James Wan, I mean, like...
Much like my position
Furious
on the
7,
couch.
the feelings he made us have for Paul Walker, I mean, come on.
Much like my position on the couch. I'm just going to stay middle of the road.
Without you, my friend... And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Come a long way from where we began. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. And that's the guy making Aquaman, so think about that.
I mean, also, Saul.
I like the first couple Saw movies.
The first,
Saw 3 can suck a dick, though. That was like one of the first movies I bought with
Isn't that the one with Donnie Wahlberg?
I can't remember.
Or is that the second one with Donnie
Jigsaw
Wahlberg?
Dies. Like at the end, like...
Yeah, that's Donnie Wahlberg.
Like, oh man, the third one, that was like I bought, that was one of the first movies I bought, and then fucking Final Destination 3 was one of the first movies like I actually bought with my money. Because I love the Final Destination movies, and I really enjoyed the Saw movies at the time.
I mean, we all...
And both those threequels made me realize, don't buy movies before you see them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, Final Destination 3, I could go on a whole
If
thing.
you're gonna buy them, wait till they're in the $5 bin at Walmart.
Even still, I would.
You can get the entire Final Destination series for $10.
I would totally buy that.
I would too.
I like the last one where it ties back to the original.
Yeah.
You see, at the end of the last one, they're on the plane from the beginning.
Really?
And like you as the audience realize, oh fuck.
And you gotta remember,
they like input the scene from the first movie, like where they're all running off the plane. So like you see them from like their angle of them getting off the plane. You're like, oh shit, oh shit.
and then Tony Todd is death.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is great.
He's the Candyman.
He is. He's Candyman.
But no,
I say it a third time.
No, don't fucking do that. I'm not chancing that shit. There's a lot of shit I'll chance. I'm not chancing that.
Candyman.
We're fucked. We just died.
We're not. Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, Aquaman looks
Beetlejuice.
fun, which is like a departure from the DC universe. I like to see that. It looks like it'll be fun. He's having a good time.
Shazam looks better.
We're getting there in a second, man. We're talking about Aquaman. I think Aquaman was... It's really fun.
Who's playing his wife, his love interest?
Isla Fisher.
Is it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Looks nothing like
Or no, Amanda Heard.
I was gonna say, that does not look like Isla Fisher.
All the three redheads give me fucking confused.
Yeah.
And they're all in the fucking DC universe.
All three of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy Adams too.
Yeah.
All three of them. Isla Fisher, Amanda Heard. I literally get them all. Yeah. But man, redheads are crazy. I like that. Like,
yeah.
Redheads, am I right? Like,
redheads, right?
Yeah, Aquaman likes that. A good trailer. I think it'll be fun. But Shazam looks fucking tight.
Oh,
yeah, Shazam was
so
freaking. Chuck's gonna pull this one off.
I'm so excited.
Like, I love Zachary Levi, and I'm glad that they killed his character off what's that word?
Unceremoniously.
Thank you. In the third Thor movie, because he doesn't need to be in that anymore.
Yeah.
I always forget that he's in.
Yeah, he was one of the Warriors 3.
Yeah, and only because he replaced the one from the first one.
Yeah. Well, he the story with that is he was actually supposed to be in the first one, but scheduling conflicts made it to where he couldn't. Couldn't do the role. So in the second one, they got called back when the other guy was busy.
That one liner from the sidekick, the sidekick Kim the Foster.
That's what we're going now.
I know, you look at me and you think, why so dark? You're handicapped and in a foster home. You've got it all. Fucking great. 8 plus.
And what I love is that, like, Shazam's like this superhero, Billy Batson's superhero shit. And he's like, he knows nothing about the superhero shit because he gave 2 fucks beforehand. So he's just like, all right, what do I do?
What do I do?
Like the whole training montage stuff looks cool.
Bullet immunity.
Can he fly?
I'm not sure what the whole like villain's gonna be in this. Like I don't really think we got much from that end.
No, but
I know Black Adam is confirmed,
but he's not in the movie. There's a Black Adam movie that's going to come out, but he's not in this movie.
Oh, so it's not going to be
The Rock. No.
Oh.
He's getting his own movie.
Is it going to be part of the DC?
But I heard he was in the movie.
Who the fuck? Don't ever ask me that question, alright? It was renamed, they renamed the universe. It's like called, like, World of something or something. World's... I don't know. They renamed the universe.
I'm pretty sure Venom's in this universe.
But, I mean... like the whole Venom things. Luckily, they didn't release the Venom trailer, so I don't need to talk about that. But the whole Venom thing's confusing enough, and then DC Universe with their 2 Batmans, 3 Jokers, and whatever. Who the fuck knows, all right? Whatever they want to be canon's canon. I don't care. Just make a good movie. Don't make it tie to anything else. It'll be fine.
Welcome to DC, where the universe is made up and the actors don't matter.
Basically. But I know Shazam's supposed to be in the... I don't know. It's just the end of the story, but... looks fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
The whole wizard thing, like it's like, I don't know you. Say my name!
I don't know the actor that plays the wizard.
Who's playing him?
It's, I'm gonna butcher his fucking name, because I always do. Digimon Hansu.
Who?
What's his name from Blood Diamond? That black guy.
Oh, okay. Okay, that dude. Alright, you should have led with that.
Also the great movie Never Back Down is in that.
I mean, it's a good movie.
It's a great movie. It's a phenomenal movie.
It's no Fight Club, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's not Fight Club, but it's not meant to be Fight Club.
I mean, but it came out around the song at the same time and everyone compares it.
No, it did not. It came out like 10 years later.
It wasn't that far different. It's like...
Fact check.
No, we don't have a fact checker anymore. He wanted to be on camera and talk. That was tight.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be probably the most fun outing that...
An 08 film.
It looks like the MC... Yeah, but when did Fight Club come out?
96, I think.
Did it?
99.
Was that old?
99. There was a 9-year difference.
I never saw it until high school, so that's...
Yeah,
I saw it when I was a child. I saw it.
Yeah, it looks the
in utero.
MCU-iest of the DC films, but without trying to be the MCU-iest, you know what I mean? It fits the character and like...
Yeah.
They made a Shazam movie and didn't worry about all the other bullshit, which I think is what they need to do is like forget about trying to build your fucking universe. If it happens, it happens.
Oh yeah, it does show the Batman logo and a Superman in the newspaper, so like it acknowledges, it acknowledges that they're there, but it's not gonna include them.
Yeah, it's not like hey, here's a bunch of scenes of all these future villains that we're gonna make in this Spider-Man extended universe when Amazing Spider-Man 2 does good. You remember that great set of scenes?
It's going to be.
I mean, we all know the end credit scene is definitely going to be Batman knocking on Shazam, Bruce Wayne knocking on Shazam's door, and just be like, "I want to build a team," and
I would love for.
Let me talk to you about the Justice League Initiative.
I would love for it to just be Ben Affleck doing that and saying it in that voice that he hasn't used the whole rest of the time. That'd be fucking awesome. You got something else to say for me?
Sorry, I think I need some Metamucil. Do you have any Metamucil?
Want to work for me, kid?
Right, next up, the Fantastic Beasts Crimes of Grindelwald trailer number 2.
Ass.
It looks great.
So awesome. It builds
sick.
upon our expectations from the first trailer. My previous theory that Grindelwald's not going to be in his evolved looks fucking wrong as fuck now. He's not going to be evolved.
Same with my theory about Dumbledore.
But no, I knew Dumbledore was going to be in it. But Grindelwald, I mean, like by the end of this trailer, like I believe fucking Johnny Depp is Grindelwald. It works.
Yeah, he was. It was believable.
Apparently at Comic-Con, like he gave like the whole speech, like you see him like giving in the film. He like gives that speech. He gave that speech at Comic-Con to the crowd. So like it looks sick, man. It was like
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was able to win me over on Johnny Depp. I had faith in him before, but like I didn't think he'd be a big deal. Jude Law still impressed me as Dumbledore.
Yeah.
I still don't know like what the fuck's up with him. Like apparently teaching Defense Against the Dark Arts now, since he's in the classroom and he's also showing Bogarts.
That's what he taught though before he was.
No, he taught Transfiguration.
I thought it was Defense
No,
Against
he
the Dark
taught
Arts.
Transfiguration. That's canon.
Yeah, you're right.
I know I'm right. Like, it's one thing to question me on fucking movies from the early 2000s. It's another question me on fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right. Yeah, you see Transfiguration. At least that's what was always thought, but now maybe they're retconning it. Who the fuck knows?
Either that or it could have been given the events going on in the time period. Maybe he stepped into Defense of the Dark Arts temporarily.
Possibly. You see, Grindelwald used to teach Defense Against me. But that Bogart season is fucking awesome too. Like Newt's biggest fear is the fact that he's
working in an office. Yeah,
like, that's so to the Newt character. I love that Jake. What's his last name? Do you have any clue? The Muggle. It's Jake something.
Oh, the actor?
Deltona or something like that.
No, the character.
Oh, the
character's like Jake something.
No.
I want to say like starts with like a K or something like that. I like that he's back. He was like a highlight from the first movie.
The chubby
friend.
Yeah.
The guy from what's that one movie with Dane Cook? He's his sidekick.
I don't know. He was in.
Where Dane Cook, like whoever he sleeps with, gets married.
Good Luck Chuck.
Yeah,
he was in that.
Yeah, he's the sidekick in Good Luck Chuck. He's his dirty friend.
More prominently, he was the main character of Balls of Fury. That ping pong movie.
That looks stupid, so I never watched it.
It was enjoyable. I mean,
it's kind of like that like skating movie that Will Ferrell made. I never watched.
No, the ice skating.
Yeah, ice skating.
Yeah,
not
Blades of Glory.
I've seen both of them. Balls of Fury is much more enjoyable, and maybe it's just because Christopher Walken's in it prominently. Like, I mean, he's, but that movie I enjoyed.
Yeah, the whole Crimes Grindelwald shit looks awesome, man.
So good.
Yeah, I can't wait for it.
The Newt's interaction with Dumbledore's awesome. If I was in your position, I would deny too. Whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah, I would say no to, and then just disappears.
Yeah. And then it was just like it totally like explains Newt's character when shit, I can't think of the actress or the character's name.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz, who plays Newt's ex.
Yeah.
Who I think's a Lestrange. I think like that's what they said in the first movie. Where it's like you'd never seen a monster that you didn't love. And I was like, oh man, that's just so awesome. And kind of like shows
it's true though.
Like where he is like in this, and Credence is back.
Yeah.
All in all, I think this looks awesome and definitely the most anticipated film coming out ever.
Yes.
Better, more anticipated than Shazam, and I think that's awesome. More anticipated than Avengers 4, whatever that title's going to wind up being. So stoked for this movie.
Endgame, but still.
I don't know. That'd be okay. Next up, the Godzilla trailer. This sucks.
No, it was awful.
It was so bad.
Stranger Things with Godzilla.
I mean,
pretty much what it looked like.
The only reason I'm still going to watch the movie is because Millie Bobby Brown does look awesome in it.
Yeah, I mean, it had redhead
the best.
Winona Ryder.
That scene, like where she's smiling at Godzilla, was like, oh, that's cool. I like that. But I have like no real plot to what the movie is. I have no real care, and just give me fucking Godzilla fighting King Kong already. That's what we want.
Yeah, I mean,
move along to it. This trailer looks very bad. I still wind up seeing it though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll have to see it. It won't be a theater film.
Next up, the DuckTales If They Were Turtles trailer, or the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer. If you
no, absolutely not. It did nothing for me.
I disagree. It looks better than the more recent adaptations.
The CGI one?
Yeah.
I never checked that one out. I've never seen either of the Michael Bay movies either.
I knew those
I've seen them both.
It looks.
Megan Fox is still a sex symbol.
Yeah, of course.
But that's all she'll ever be.
To me, the cartoon looked okay. It looked like they were going for more of a comedic take on it, so I think it's fine. The other, I saw another trailer that had like a bunch of other footage attached to it that I didn't show you, but I saw it when I was originally looking at it. Like it had some jokes that like originally actually made me laugh. Like there at one point where like they're like grabbing their weapons and shit like to fight a battle, and then one of them looks over and he's like, "Why don't we grab those glowing ones over there?" It's just like all the other ones with glowing, like a couple lines like that actually made me laugh, and it was like
it looked enjoyable.
For a comedic take on Ninja Turtles, I think it looks cool. I don't think I'll personally watch it.
Definitely for children.
But definitely gives me the like DuckTale vibes, which I love the new DuckTales. But the reason, but DuckTales was like that before, and they just made it different.
My only real complaint about it, like I said before we were recording, was I think the character design for Master Splinter was a little dumb, but I mean,
a fat rat.
I think it's fine. I mean, it's more realistic than a skinny rat. Rats are fucking fat fucks.
I don't know.
He looked.
He was trying to be more like an Asian drunken master. I mean, it's I mean, I prefer the other design.
He looked like a rat version of Poe.
I mean, Poe is a Kung Fu Panda.
I know.
So why would obviously you need someone with the skills of a Kung Fu Panda to be able to teach the skills to the turtles.
Yeah.
And you see, this isn't the Ninja Turtles. It's them in training. That's why it's the rise. It's the origin story. It's the Batman Begins of the Ninja Turtle universe. Oh, if you will.
Liam Neeson as Splinter.
Yeah. Well, I think this one is just like I think it's okay. Like it doesn't offend me. The fucking Mega Man Cartoon Network trailer, Mega Man whatever the subtitle was,
needs to just be put down.
Fully charged.
It looks so
Let
stupid.
it go.
They need to scrap that before it even gets on the air. Because that's...
I don't like the animation style. I hate Mega Man's voice in it. And like just the story in general is stupid. It's
the villains all looked really cool.
Yeah, the villains look
That's
good.
because the designs of the villains were like they just took that straight out of the game. It's like, hey, look, we made CGI versions of it. It looks cool, but like the whole idea of like, hey, robots and people are together, and like Mega Man's apparently like if you read the story where he's like just he's a robot student that gets like some programs to become Mega Man, so like he's Mega Man in secret. Like it's just all kinds of stupid. It's like they took the idea for the Battle Network games and then added in the becoming the Digimon thing from Digimon Tamers.
Please stop dicking with my childhood.
Yeah, just leave our childhood alone.
I mean, if your childhood's that sensitive, then it really wasn't that good to begin with, was it? Hashtag argument from the internet. But no, that can die though, because like it just doesn't look good, and I don't want kids exposed to that when there's such good television like Ed, Edd and Eddy they could be watching.
Yeah, or South Park.
You probably shouldn't be watching South Park.
Probably.
Next up is the Guy Ritchie's King Arthur. If it was Robin Hood trailer, Robin Hood.
Yes.
That looks really good.
Looks very good, man.
I really enjoyed it.
It's like they took the Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, which I love, as you know. I've pitched it on the show many times.
I was going to say, you mentioned it once or twice.
Our friend Dane also apparently loves that movie, so I hope he's excited for this Robin Hood film. But it's like they took that and then they mixed in like the season 1 Arrow from Arrow into it.
Yeah.
It looks tight.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is really
I like
enjoyable.
Jamie Foxx. Like when he tries, is a great actor. Like Jamie Foxx in Baby Driver.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Awesome.
so good.
Jamie Foxx is Ray. Awesome.
Jamie Foxx is phenomenal in Horrible Bosses.
I've only seen the second one.
He's actually really
and he's
good.
in the second one, but not like a ton.
He's not in the first one a ton either, but his character's
yeah, I like him. Jamie Foxx is awesome. In general, really.
He was also doing celebrity softball game.
And I believe his like accent that he's going for. He's like going for like this like accent that I think really works. And it's like, oh man, I wouldn't think Jamie Foxx would be able to pull off an accent like that. Like he did. And his character looks cool. It's like this trainer dude. Taron Egerton basically looks like he's playing Eggsy becoming Arrow, which is awesome because Eggsy is like the second best thing in Kingsman. The first part being that whole like just school training thing from the beginning movie.
Yeah,
love Kingsman.
Both of them.
The church scene.
Both the Kingsman movies.
I've seen the second one, man.
Second one is so good.
Because what I heard is that the second
Elton John.
See, I heard the second one like
a doll
wasn't that good, and I don't want like my idea of Kingsman to be ruined if all of a sudden I see Kingsman 2 and it's like, oh. So that's why I'll watch it eventually. But
it was enjoyable. I mean, it was not the first one, but it was an enjoyable.
Like I just recently because I had like one of those stats on Facebook that was like, oh, how do you name my top 5 anything? Someone asked name my top 5 movies post 2010, and Kingsman made the top 5. So
the Golden Circle did something that not a lot of movies have been able to do.
I mean, do you care about Molly Ringwald?
They utilized Channing Tatum perfectly by barely using him at all.
I mean,
which is great because the best way to utilize Channing Tatum is to not use Channing Tatum.
I believe G.I. Joe 2 tried the same thing and it did not help the movie.
Yes, but
I don't know. Channing Tatum, I think, is a good actor.
He is.
Like,
he actually went to high school.
That fucking what was the romantic comedy? Romantic comedy he did.
I love how I think Channing Tatum's a good actor, and his acknowledgement of that was, he went to high school in Tampa.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
It's a thing. Gator High School.
The Vow. I think he was in The Vow. I think he drew in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a real. Dear John was actually not a bad film.
But I think when he when he's like the fucking 21 Jump Street movies, like both those.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome though. I mean, like when you put him in the right role, like you can utilize him.
He fucked the captain's dog.
Yeah.
He fucked the captain's dog.
Like, see, that's funny, but the thing before that list was like,
My name is Jeff.
like, that was like, just,
that whole sequence was just fucking great.
It was something awesome. No?
yeah, Robin Hood looks good.
Yeah, I really
I
want
don't know how we
to.
got there. Because we talked about Kingsman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say my top 5 movies. If you're wondering, post 2010 were Inception, The Force Awakens, Kingsman, Baby Driver, and Inception. Did I say Inception?
Yeah, you said it.
Inception.
I think you're forgetting
Force
Snow White.
Awakens, Baby Driver, Kingsman, another fucking action movie. Oh, Winter Soldier. I have Winter Soldier there. That's what it was. Boom. Top 5 post 2010.
Makes sense, because when you started out with those first 4, I was like, we're in none of the Marvel movies?
I mean, you can't really, like, not counting the Marvel films. I mean, your top 5, because you know the Marvel films are going to be...
Yeah.
You know they're going to be top films.
I don't know, Winter Soldier barely made it. Next up, the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer. They're technically not a Comic-Con trailer. It came out within the last week, so we're still going to talk about it. Trailer number 2.
I have a ridiculous obsession with Queen and Freddie Mercury. I love who they were and who he was and what the impact they had on music at the time.
Man, I had an epiphany probably about like a year ago, right?
So...
Like, it was just like out of the blue. My brain was like, fuck, Queen's like a top band. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I've always loved Queen, but it wasn't
Who
all
Wants
of a
to
sudden,
Live Forever is one of my favorite
like,
songs.
because, you know, like, I was like, put the Beatles up there, you know, fucking Rolling Stones, and like, all of a sudden, like, fucking Queen's like a top fucking band. Why would I, like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Queen.
I am so hyped for this movie. I wonder, now after the second trailer, I wonder if there is going to be any acknowledgement of David Bowie.
I mean, they made a song together. So.
Much as I would like to see him also, obviously not take up the same amount of screen time as the rest of the band, I would like to see him acknowledged because he is another.
I think they'll mention him.
Musical.
I don't think they need. I don't think
did you
they
ever
need to.
see Straight Outta Compton?
No, I didn't.
Because I was gonna say
bad memories tainted that movie, so
not gonna ask.
Yeah, no.
But I kind of see like if he shows up, it'll be kind of like a like Tupac role, where like Tupac's in there, but he's not like a focus with like.
Oh well, yeah,
scenes are awesome.
No, not that he, but I mean, just for them to honor the
legacy,
the shared time that those two musical acts had, just acknowledge that was going on at the same time and honor the impact he had on Under Pressure and a few other songs.
What if you don't have any time? They didn't hit you in the fucking feels, Rob? Come on, man.
No.
Come on, that line didn't hit you in the fucking feels in the trailer? Come on. You know it did. You heard that and you're like, shit. But no, what I like about this trailer is like the first trailer was like all about just like the music, and this one like it was more
about his life,
about the life. Yeah, it was, like they kind of got more like
the man.
That line from the first trailer though still hit hard. When the record exec's like, it's 6 minutes. That song runs on for forever. I feel bad for your wife if you think 6 minutes is forever. Fucking,
the first trailer still had some story stuff, but it was mostly about the music. Where this one had some music, but it's mostly about the story.
That line is so good that I am convinced that was what Mercury actually said. I am convinced that is exactly how that conversation went down, because you could not write a more Freddie Mercury response to somebody.
But I mean, they're not going to play Queen on the radio. The concept, but yeah, this
history favors.
How many Galileos do you want?
How many more Galileos?
There's only room for one.
One crazy queen in this in this band.
And so, Freddie Mercury's taking that spot.
So fucking good, dude.
But yeah, I love that. Like, I'm still not completely seeing Freddie Mercury. I hope, like, in the movie, like, I'll actually get. That's like my one downside. I'm still seeing the dude playing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, what's his name? Isn't he SNL?
No, he was the fucking dude from Mr. Robot.
Oh,
yeah, it's Rami Malek.
Rami Malek, thank you. Yeah, I'm still seeing Rami Malek playing Freddie Mercury.
I don't have a problem seeing Freddie Mercury at all. Maybe it's because I didn't want... Did you watch Mr. Robot? I did not. So
I
maybe...
didn't, no.
Oh, well.
I saw 2 episodes.
But I played that game that he was in, the Until Dawn, which won the yeah, it's so fucking good. It's definitely a top anticipated film. I mean, it's
definitely
a good film. Gonna be a good film.
It's no Crimes of Grindelwald, but it's up there.
I'm
definitely
looking forward to it almost as much as Crimes of Grindelwald.
Definitely my most anticipated standalone movie we've got coming right now.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Well, Robin Hood though. No, this is better Robin Hood. If you would have fallen for that, I'd like.
No, I was gonna say Robin Hood looks good, but this just again my own personal fascination with that.
But can we just take another moment here and say, go watch fucking Guy Ritchie's King Arthur?
Yeah.
It was so good, man. It was so good.
I knew we went
saw it.
past it. I knew we went past it without another reference.
Come on. Then next up was the Clone Wars trailer.
Next week's podcast is just going to be us uploading Guy Ritchie's King Arthur.
What you don't realize that in the corner of every screen of this podcast is going to be Guy Ritchie's King Arthur trailer on loop.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars trailer. Pretty much solo on this because neither of you saw the Clone Wars show.
No, I didn't. I wasn't sure how Disney was going to do with it when it first came out. And
it was
my nephews are
way
obsessed
before
with
Disney
it.
was involved. Clone Wars, like George Lucas was involved in that shit.
I thought that was
like all the storyline stuff come from You're thinking Rebels? Rebels is the one that Disney made like after they finished Clone Wars.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah. No.
Clone Wars is the George Lucas was involved. It was on Cartoon Network. It was like breakthrough CGI technology for the animation. It looks awesome. It still looks awesome.
Yeah.
A lot, like I said, a lot of the storylines came from George Lucas, and like he personally worked with the teams on the stories with Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni's his name.
That's one I'll have to go back and.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
It was on Netflix. I don't know if they pulled it since they're going to have their own Disney streaming service. You can still check. There's 5 full seasons. The problem with Clone Wars is that like the timeline's all weird. Like it's not like chronological. But there's like lists online where you can watch it chronologically. I've never watched it that way. I only watched it like just binging it and then watching it. But yeah, the timeline's weird. But the last season, the 6th season, like that all takes place after everything else. So you follow.
What would be new about something Star Wars having a fucked up timeline?
Right.
Nothing.
I mean, I'm just saying, why release episode 4, 5, and 6?
It's very confusing, man.
That's actually why Brie has still not seen Star Wars. She can't wrap her head around it. She's like, why'd the 4th one come out first? Because it was made this way, damn it.
So...
Damn it, Becky.
The 6th season was really cool because, like...
I can't breathe.
Like
kind of like how you couldn't bring on Friday night.
Oh, fuck off.
Like when Disney bought it, like they ended Clone Wars, but like they had already had so many episodes in production, so they had like a shortened 6th season, which was only like 13 episodes or whatever, which came out on Netflix exclusively. So has some of like the best storylines in all of Star Wars. Like it was like Yoda like discovering how to become a Force ghost and shit. And like Darth Bane was made canon in that. So like there's a lot of cool stuff in canon. It had Cad Bane, was one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
That's just like, did you know that and this is such a departure, did you know there was a whole another season of Scrubs after JD left
Yeah,
the show?
there was a whole season. Yes, I knew it at the time when it was on. That's not the only reason I know that.
I don't think it was ever televised either.
No, it was.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah,
It was there.
it was on NBC. They played it.
Oh,
It was
really?
there. It was a thing.
I remember watching the finale and then I never heard anything about the... Which is weird because I'm such a Scrubs buff. Anyway, back to Relevancy.
Yeah, what's cool is that the Clone Wars, they're like they ended it and they were able to put the episodes they made, but they still had like a bunch of other storylines they were already planning on making. So that Disney canceled it, they made Rebels, and now what was cool is that this was at just like a 10-year anniversary banner for Clone Wars. And they just played this trailer, which in the beginning, like you saw the trailer, like it just kind of looks like, oh, those were all lines from Clone Wars, like with all the clone troopers, like, oh, cool, like they're doing this, and then it gets to that until now, and then it's just like, just the way that like Obi-Wan and Anakin look in this new trailer, like they're definitely like younger in the show for the most part. Now they're much more close to their Episode 3 designs.
Yeah.
There's an Ahsoka reveal, which means jack shit to you, but she was a character that is basically like the center of Clone Wars. Like, that was Anakin's Padawan.
I roughly know who Ahsoka is.
Yeah,
it's like I know some of the storylines they're going to be adapting, which I think is cool. I'm not going to spoil that in case you guys go and watch it, but
I plan on it.
It goes like through the end of Episode 3. Like there's a whole thing. And did you both of you see Solo or just Aaron?
I saw Solo.
I've not
I
seen
think
Solo yet.
the big cameo in Solo. I think what is going to happen in this new season is going to build into that. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so. I do.
Because like
I think he knows the big cameo in Solo.
like that character.
Because he likes to hit on clickbait.
That character is
what was the big character?
It's Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
Darth Maul has like big arcs in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And that's not even I like clickbait thing because I don't. That's you couldn't when Solo came out, you couldn't avoid seeing that headline.
Yeah, you could have. You could have just
Stay off
looking around Star Wars stories.
Stay off Facebook forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say no Facebook, no
Facebook,
Reddit,
no Twitter,
no Tumblr, no Twitter, no. It was even on LinkedIn. I saw it on no.
Rob went on 4chan.
Bennett messaged me on LinkedIn and was like, "Hey, fucker, did you see this?"
I believe it.
Yeah. Rob's just sitting there on Tinder, swiping left. Darth Maul was in Solo. Oh shit! Swipe right.
But the Clone Wars sure looks cool that they're bringing it back. I think it's going to be on the Disney streaming service as their plan, and it's in early production.
When does the Disney service drop?
Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rumor going on, 2019.
Which means all that stuff on Netflix they have is going to leave.
No, it's going to stay on Netflix until 2021, I think is what the deal they signed, but none of the new stuff will make it there, and all the old stuff that's not on there already will only go there. Then eventually that stuff will...
Last Jedi is on Netflix. I still haven't sat down and watched it again because I hate that movie.
I still have to sit down and watch it for the first time.
I'm just not going to start this argument.
You're not missing it.
You're missing a lot. Iron Fist Season 2, it looks cool. Iron Fist Season 1 fucking sucked. I still haven't finished it.
I finished it, and I want that 12 hours of my life back, and...
Yeah, I think I made it like halfway through, and then I just gave up. I was like on like episode 7. I was like, this is just boring. It's weird though, because like the first 3 episodes
are awesome.
I think are awesome, but everyone's like, man, it's so slow and stupid. I was like, man, I don't get what they're talking about. And then I kept watching the show, and I got what they were talking about. But this trailer looks cool. He looks, it's like, did you watch Defenders?
Yes,
no. So
Defenders was really good.
That promise he made, where he's like, oh, I'm going to start defending the city now. It looks like he's making good on that promise.
Yeah,
because Daredevil dies at the end of Defenders Season 2. Or Defenders.
Yeah, Defenders Season 1.
Pay no attention to the fact they're making the Daredevil Season 3. Who knows what the fuck that's going to be about. But
I mean, Jessica Jones.
He dies. Like,
Jessica Jones is still the best one of the Netflix Marvel films. Marvel shows.
No, it's definitely Daredevil.
No, it's definitely Jessica Jones. Or Punisher.
No, it's both Daredevil Season 1 and 2 are better than Jessica Jones Season 1.
No. I'm sorry.
No, you're
David
correct.
Tennant is
David Tennant's cool, but I mean,
I just want to stop.
It's not good.
I just want to stop and interject right here that 90% of the reason I still haven't gone back and watched any of those is so that I don't have to participate in this argument and continue fight.
I mean, like Jessica Jones, like the only good thing about it is that it gets you to keep watching with that like cliffhanger at the end of one. Like the first episode's so bad, and then it ends with just the way it ends. You're like, oh shit, I gotta keep watching, and then you continue to watch. Purple Man's cool, but I never really care for Jessica or any of the side characters. The whole, what's the American dude? Nitro. The whole Nitro side story is just kind of, I don't like it.
But season 2 is good.
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Patsy killing
but, I mean, Daredevil
you need to watch season 2. I'm not going to spoil it.
Season 1 is awesome.
Daredevil's
still the best.
Daredevil's still...
And Daredevil season 2, but the Punisher shit is awesome.
The Punisher, but the Punisher...
I still need to watch that. I need to watch
is absolutely amazing.
2. I need to watch Luke Cage season 2.
You need to just take like a month off of work and just sit down, watch all these shows.
Yeah,
fuck it.
But no, Iron Fist. It was a short trailer, but just like at the end, like fucking just the Iron Fist down on the ground.
Yeah,
everything you see that looks sick. I really hope it's good. I have faith. Apparently, he's really good in Luke Cage season 2 when he shows up.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
I still haven't sat down and watched Luke Cage season 2.
Season 1's really good.
Yeah. Oh no, I love
season 1's really good until fucking Cottonmouth dies.
Yeah.
And then the other dude shows up, and it's like, oh, it just became like a '60s cartoon all of a sudden. Yeah. What was the other dude's name? I can't even think of his name. I'm gonna try to dive into it. Next up is Decipher My Own Handwriting. I have no clue what the fuck that is. Glass. It's Glass.
Oh,
Glass.
The Glass trailer looks
fucking sick.
So good, man.
I can't wait.
Like I love.
He hasn't seen he has not seen Unbreakable. He has not seen Split. He needs to sit down and watch those. We'll probably do that tonight.
I had never seen I'd never heard of Unbreakable, So when Split came out, I was interested in it, and then everybody was like, "Oh, it's like a sequel to this other movie," and I was like,
Barely.
"Oh, fuck."
Barely. Like,
There's
literally
it's
15
like a
seconds.
post-credit scene at the end, and like that doesn't like Split is really awesome, and it's like a horror movie. I can't wait to see the character from Split all of a sudden be in a.
And they're bringing back the girl from Split.
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good, man. Glass like fully becoming the supervillain that we wait for.
Yeah, with the character from Split, and I always forget the
I don't know
the name,
but and then David Dune.
Yeah, him and Glass, and Glass just goes, "I think what you're talking about is a supervillain team up," and I'm just like, the chills that went through my body was fucking.
And the trailer like starting off and then like all like in this insane asylum, like I want to see how that all plays out.
Yeah,
like how they all got here and everything is like.
Because at the end of Split, David's, I don't know, like, he's free man. He's out on his own, so like, I don't understand how he's at a psychiatrist. You know,
I think he must have like hurt someone, and then they were like, "You can't just fucking do that," because like he gets like the visions from touching people, like so that's part of his powers. Yeah,
if he touches you, he can see if you're a fucked up individual. Like, it's a really good. You need to sit down and watch.
The first like Unbreakable and Split, two completely different movies. Like different styles, different tones, but it's both really awesome.
Two of M. Night's best films.
I've never heard bad things about him. Like I said, it's just
like, because I used to love M. Night until I watched The Happening.
The Happening's my favorite comedy that came out that
It
year.
is. It's a terrible movie. Great comedy. Poor Mark Wahlberg almost killed his career, and then Split came out and it revived. It revived to M. Night.
I heard that The Visit wasn't too bad either.
The Visit was really, really stupid.
I heard the twist is really stupid.
The twist is really stupid. Overall, the movie's not bad, but the twist was ridiculous.
They're not really their grandparents.
Well, no, literally their grandparents volunteer. They volunteer at a psychiatric ward, and these two old people broke out, killed the grandparents, and just decided to.
And no one realized until they were.
Did I hear rumblings of a second The Boy movie?
I haven't seen the first one.
Was that the one with the doll?
Yeah.
I didn't see the first
one. It was actually pretty good.
I don't watch movies with dolls.
Was it good? I
enjoyed it.
I don't watch movies with dolls, so I mean, other than Chucky, I'll watch Child's Play all day, but I do not watch anything else with dolls.
If a bad horror movie, there's nothing I can't stand more than a bad horror movie.
Yeah.
It really wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I just don't take the chance on horror movies.
I understand.
You know what was a really good horror movie, and I don't think either one of you guys have seen it?
What?
Get Out, Heredity.
A Quiet Place.
I have yet to see it.
It stood up.
They're getting a second one, aren't they?
Yeah.
It doesn't need a second one, but it was a good film.
John Krasinski's directorial debut.
With his real life wife.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah. She's very blunt in the movie, I'll tell you that.
The coolest female character who's also barefoot and pregnant the whole movie.
Yeah.
I watched the honest trailer for it.
Yeah.
The honest trailer did not do it justice.
Next up, the Young Justice Outsiders trailer.
Looks really good.
If Titans told you not to get a DC Universe streaming service, this will convince you to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looks sick. What the fuck's that? Young Justice, awesome fucking show. First two seasons. And like
definitely deserve to be brought back.
Like the second season pissed me off right at the start, and then like it won me back over. Like the start of season 2, like they have like a big time jump from season 1. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. And the way you end season 1, this is how you're gonna say, and then like that won me back. It's just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Still looks so fucking good, man. And it's like even though it's centric on the like younger heroes and stuff,
it's still features.
It's still like is about like the whole version of
the whole universe.
It was actually like they gave it an official universe number back when like they were trying to do the whole 52 universes. So it was canon with the 52 universes. It's not the canon one.
Yeah.
But very cool, and can't wait to check this out. Next up, Aaron had us watch the Purge TV trailer.
Looked terrible. I apologize.
I actually didn't think it looked that bad.
I apologize for making you guys watch it.
Like we saw it, I was like, oh, this is stupid. Then they had like a 10-episode event, and I was like, oh man, like they have like a planned out story for 10 episodes. I think it could really be cool.
I think it'd be cool if they just do one season.
Well, I mean, it's a 10-episode event. They're saying like it's just going to like it's, I guess.
This is
Like,
like,
it's
this
more
is
like
what
a-
we're doing, and
It's like a
that's
TV
it.
miniseries. I think it'll be cool.
I mean, I would love for an Ethan Hawke cameo.
Man,
But-
the first Purge movie, I loved it. Right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, the first Purge movie was
I've yet to
freaking
see any of
phenomenal.
the other ones.
I have not seen.
I've not
I've
seen
not
any of
seen
them.
any other
The
ones.
first one's like really
the first
cool
one was
and
a really good. Because
They like really started like the Blumhouse horrors, like all of a sudden like make these smaller budget like horror movies that are really good, and I thought it was really good.
like Ethan
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke in it was awesome.
Ethan Hawke, because he's great at Sinister.
The kid's a fucking idiot, but I mean, besides
Yeah.
that, both the kids are idiots, really.
Have you seen Sinister?
Yes,
The first one. I've never seen the second one, but the first one's really good.
But no, I thought the Purge like didn't look like it was a bunch of like no names for the most part, but I think it can be fun. Like it shows like all the different aspects of the Purge.
Yeah.
This
Like it
was
looked,
the first Purge
it
movie
looked
since
like
the
there
first
it
one.
looked like there was a bus full of, I want to assume, virgins that
They
were
were all
going to be
get
sacrificed
killed. Yeah,
themselves.
That's what they were doing.
I feel
That's very interesting. I want to see what's going on.
she's being purged.
Yeah, 'cause they're like, is she purging? No, she's going to be purged. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the first like the problem that the reason I haven't seen the other Purge movies is that like they don't seem like the first Purge. Like they look like
No.
they just became action movies after that, basically.
Yeah.
Like Anarchy's about like and Frank what the fuck's his name? Played the Punisher and won the whatever the fuck his name is. Oh no, it was the guy that plays Crossbones.
Yeah, he
Should
played
have played
Crossbones.
Punisher, but then
John Burtnell?
No. Fuck. He's a guy.
it's Frank something.
Yeah.
Like it looked like, oh, I need to survive and help other people, and then there was like, oh, now we need to protect this person that wants to end the Purge, and then actually the first Purge actually looks like it might be kind of like the Purge, but I haven't like seen that yet either. But it's more like, oh, we need to make sure this works, so let's send like the fucking military in there to like end this. Where this TV series like it looks like it's calling more to the actual original Purge movie. So
Yeah.
it's cool. And we're gonna watch it. Still probably not. But if
I
I hear good things, I'll check
give
it out.
I'll give it a chance. I mean, I'll probably trick my parents into watching it just because I'm an asshole.
There you go. And finally, the final trailer for what was the name of the segment, Rob?
It was the closing time skit.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it. I was
No,
hoping
nope,
you're supposed to.
nope.
Trailer time. The Dragon Ball Super the movie Brawly.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks
So
great.
fucking good, man. It looks. I mean, one, they're making Brawly canon, and Brawly is like an awesome character. Like of all like the movie characters that came out, it's like him and Cooler are the only ones that are cool, in my opinion. And Brawly is definitely the coolest, besides Bio Brawly. Let's not talk about that.
Wasn't Beerus originally just a movie character?
That's I'm not counting the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. I'm not counting because those are movies that Akira Toriyama directly influenced the story and the character design.
Oh, okay.
Where all the movies before they weren't.
okay.
Apparently, like Akira Toriyama came out and was like, apparently I designed Brawly back in the day, but I'm making changes to him now because like I didn't really have anything to do with the story, but now he does. Like it's all like Akira Toriyama involved.
I got you.
But I love like I don't think the Super animations is as bad as like people make it out to be. Like they're like, oh man, so like not great basically all the time.
No, but I mean, there's nothing that
sketchy.
hits like the nostalgia.
But I mean, like this animation looks straight up like right out of Dragon Ball Z. Like even more than I think Battle of Gods and Resurrection F were beautiful films. Those came out too. But this looks like straight up like 80s Dragon Ball animation.
Yeah.
It looks sick. It looks really good. Like all hand drawn stuff. I like Brawly's new design, like his base form, because before like he was like this like skinny little fuck who had the collar on. Then when the collar broke off, he became Brawly. But now like he actually, oh look, you look like a Saiyan that I'd be afraid of.
No, yeah, definitely a smart choice.
Apparently there's gonna be a new Goku Dragon Ball God design or Super Saiyan God, which they didn't show, but I think that'll be cool. But they have the red hair, so I wonder what's going on with that, because like I'm sure they don't like do the whole
Pure instinct or whatever.
Well, no, that was purple, but like he has like the red, like the original.
Kaioken?
No, like the original Super Saiyan God, like in the
Oh.
like when they all like, oh, we need 5 pure hearts, and like for some reason like there's a hint of the red, so I wonder what's going on with that. If that's part of the new design. They brought like Broly's dad back, who looks pretty cool. I don't know, it looks really good, man. I'm pumped. I'm definitely gonna go to theaters in January and see this shit because sick. All right. Any closing words on the trailers? Anyone you want to speak about? Your standout? Anything you want to say about Comic-Con overall? Just to get on before we move to our final topic.
No, I think I covered everything I felt. I mean,
Yeah, I think we covered pretty much. The only thing we didn't cover was, but they didn't drop a Bumblebee trailer for it, so.
Not that I wouldn't have talked about it anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
Yeah, I mean, John Cena
You
showed.
can't even see the villain, all right?
There were definitely some stinkers, but I feel like overall we got a good, strong class coming from this Comic-Con.
And we never get to see the Venom trailer. Apparently there's no spider symbiote on it, no spider symbol on his front.
Really?
Yeah, but apparently Tom Holland might cameo. Who the fuck knows what's going on with that? Luckily we don't need to talk about it because they didn't drop a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Comic-Con, a lot of good news, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a strong.
Well, there's also some bad news that came out of Comic-Con.
I swear to God, if this is something on the same magnitude as the Juggerduck, I'm going to...
This is the dumbest thing. This is our final topic to talk about.
Okay.
We know what this is.
Yeah, you should know what this is.
Okay.
And I read up on this a lot last night.
Disney fired James Gunn.
Wrong move.
What the fuck, Disney?
Absolutely wrong move. I think.
You take a guy, James Gunn, who worked for Troma, right? So you know what kind of fucking movies they make. Troma, if you don't know, is they make like all like the
at the time,
but bad fucking movies that are
at the time that these tweets came out, he was directing a web series called James Gunn's PG porn.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew what he made. Slither. You knew what this guy was.
Like what he made and what his comedy was about being offensive for offensive sake. Like that's it. And I'll be honest, like I read some of the jokes that people were getting upset about. A couple of them made me chuckle.
Oh, I was reading them off to Rob last night, and some of them were funny.
Some of them were funny, but I can also understand Disney.
But he was being outlandish for it, allowing shakes. But he did all this shit when Disney hired him. Before Disney hired him, the tweets came back into surface like around the first Guardians movie, and he publicly apologized for him, like saying, "Hey, I've grown since then." And Disney still didn't do anything. But now all of a sudden, some motherfucking Trump supporter, because he decided, hey, I think the president made a bad decision because he's a treasoner, which he is.
Yeah, the whole thing literally stemmed from the fact that he didn't like that James Gunn was tweeting against
about politics,
and he himself has some fucked up tweets on Twitter.
Yeah, really.
One of them literally is like asking about like what it feels like to rape, to rape somebody.
One of them was like, "Have you tried raping a woman without using force? No, date rape doesn't exist."
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're scum. He's scum of the fucking.
He's just a piece of. He's just a troll. And
those are his actual opinions, where James Gunn was making jokes again.
And then on top of that, he's now, because other comedians and celebrities have come out in James Gunn's defense, he's gone and he's finding shit on Patton Oswalt and forget the guy's first name, but something Ian Black.
Ian Black, that rings a bell.
I'll fact check.
Lewis Black?
No, it's not.
No, there's a comedian. Michael Ian Black?
I
don't know. Either way, listen, it's getting to the point where anybody who religiously watches anything like the InfoWars, Alex Jones content just needs to not be allowed to go onto other websites.
I mean,
stick to your corner.
All this aside, like just the fact that like Disney still made, you need to stick by your fucking artists. I mean, like
he is going after Patton Oswalt and Michael Ian Black.
Yeah.
Over tweets that they've made in the past, but in my honest opinion, if you look back when he made those posts, he admitted he was a provocateur.
Yeah,
and that's what he was doing. And if you think about it,
outlandish shit.
If we judged, everyone's judging him off this shit. Look at Richard Pryor. If Richard Pryor had a Twitter, I mean, he said some fucked up shit back in his day.
Yep.
You're not.
Well, I mean, listen, it all should pretty much end when you look at the fact that these were brought up before and he apologized for them. I don't know why.
Or even without, it was 10 fucking years ago.
And on top of that,
if you're the same person you are 10 years ago, then something's fucked up with you. You grow, you change.
We've put him. I mean, it's a double jeopardy thing. We're biting him the second time for something that he already apologized for. And I think it's just because Hollywood as a whole has kind of gotten such a hair trigger about firing people the minute anybody has anything to say about it.
Because I think Disney should have did what Major League Baseball did. I forget the player's name, but there was a player this week that he was an all-star, and somebody went back and did the same thing to him and found tweets from when he was 17 in high school that he made. And Major League Baseball, they didn't suspend him, they didn't fine him. Mandatory sensitivity training.
Well,
mandatory with Billy Bean.
Like James Gunn doesn't even need that shit. He's grown as a person. I mean, it's just like here's the thing: is that there's a big difference between tweets and actions, and all the actions James Gunn has made, especially since making the Guardians movie, has been all about love and positivity and reaching out and helping people.
And Dave Bautista has come out.
Yeah, he's the only one. I'm kind of fucking pissed at Chris Pratt and all those for not fucking coming out.
They're afraid.
I mean, it's like
Dave Bautista has a fallback.
They're
afraid.
If all the fucking Guardians people were like, hey, we're not going to make this next Guardians movie until you hire him the fuck back, this would do in a fucking heartbeat.
It won't work during the contract. They have to.
I mean, they can lose the fucking money. They're all fucking rich.
Yeah.
They don't need...
But I mean, Dave Bautista also has a fallback.
Bradley Cooper don't need the paycheck.
No.
Chris Pratt has 7 other movies he
Vin
get
Diesel definitely.
Yeah, Vin Diesel doesn't. If Vin Diesel just show up to say
Zoe
3
Saldana's
words.
in every franchise imaginable. She's about to have 7 Avatar movies come out. She's good. Like, they could all be like, hey, Disney, we're not going to market the next Avengers. We're not going to be in the next Guardians. We're not going to do shit until, like, you reevaluate the situation, because that's fucking bullshit is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because
and like people compare this to the Roseanne situation, and don't get me wrong, like I also I'm not exactly 100% sure that Roseanne should have got fired. That like it shouldn't have became that much of a big deal. But that was at the time. It's something that she tweeted at the time.
that was current. It was relevant.
Years
it
ago.
was, It wasn't made back when he was in his early. I mean,
James Gunn wasn't on ambien.
I also hope that James Gunn will not respond, and I don't think he will. Have you seen any of the recent stuff coming out of the Roseanne camp? She's reaching out to Trump, saying that it was all a con job because she voted for Trump, and
well, I highly doubt James Gunn will do that because he definitely did not vote for Trump. I'm gonna reach out to Hillary and be like, "Hey, go murder some people for me, just like you did for your quote.
Take care of this."
She quote thought the bitch was white. The tweet was about. I don't know.
Like,
I thought all those kids were
James Gunn is actually handling it really. Like, he's come out and he said, "I understand why they fired me. I'm not upset." You know, he's
probably a little upset.
Yeah, but he's not upset. Out, he said, "Hey,"
but he's like, "I'm
clearly not that person anymore." But
he's like, "I'm not taking this personal. I understand where they're coming from. They have, you know." And I understand where Disney's coming from too.
No, I don't. You need to stand by your fucking people at some point. I mean,
yes, but
between them and AMC with Chris Hardwick, where like basically it's come out that Chris Hardwick isn't the whatever that one person came out and said, and he still doesn't have his job, and he still might lose the wall job.
Yeah,
he lost his Comic-Con panels. This is all this fucking bullshit.
They basically wiped him clean from Nerdist.
Yeah,
which is a company, a brand
that he created.
I mean, he's been pretty. They made him step down from the podcast itself. He's been pretty separate from it for the most part.
Not even.
I mean, it's like, I know innocent until proven guilty is only in the court of law, but at some point, like, we need to step back and be like, make sure this shit's fucking real. Make sure, like, it fucking matters.
And that's not. And Chris Hardwick isn't even the first one that's gotten thrown under the bus that I think shouldn't have been thrown under the bus.
Louis C.K.
Yeah, but I think his is harder than any of them. I mean, because like his business is like Louis C.K. is a comedian. Like he'll still be able to do comedy, where fucking Chris Hardwick, like his personality is his brand.
I don't know. He can come back.
His personality.
He can bring back Singled Out.
I think
his personality is in question. Then who the fuck's gonna?
I think it was a hit job on Louis C.K. because this all that stuff came out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was still bullshit.
The day before he had some movie that he'd been treating like his brainchild hit the movie. It's just crap. I mean, again, innocent until proven guilty. I understand there's been a lot of stuff going on over in the swamp of Hollywood, and we definitely need to make sure that doesn't continue to go on. But we can't keep burning people until we get the whole side of the whole story. It's just gotten to the point where one person can come up with a loose string theory base of lies that kind of makes sense, and before the person even has a chance to defend themselves, they're waking up and they're out of a job, they're out of contract deals, they're just fucking cooked.
Well, I mean, it's just because, like, the whole internet and people in general are too fucking sensitive now. Like, they hear one thing and then they just fucking dive in and jump. They want to attack just to attack. There needs to be some fucking common sense to all this shit, is basically what I'm saying. It's like, you need to, I don't know, it's fucking bullshit all
There should be a form of due process. is what it comes down to. They need to do more investigative work. There should be more steps taken than just, all right, you're done. Sorry, fuck you. We're severing ties. There needs to be more than that.
We're looking at James Gunn, who got fired over some bad tweets that
from
he
10
made
fucking years
from
ago.
10 years ago.
And again,
were
when
nothing,
his job was to be provocative. Like,
yeah, I was going to say,
literally
he was the equivalency of a shock jock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, have you ever seen Slither?
Then we've got who was it? The director of Jeepers Creepers that just came. That
the Jeepers Creepers 3.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's apparently.
and he just straight up.
Was that movie good?
No,
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it, but
I didn't see it because of all the bullshit they wouldn't put it in
He
theaters.
just straight up raped a girl, and his movie still gets released. And he's
he's a pedophile. Was his whole thing.
I
With
thought
the Jeepers Creepers guy.
I thought it was.
His was it wasn't just like one rape. He was
serial.
he's like Subway Jared.
Well, either way,
Like
we're letting him still make movies and earn the profit from movies, but
Yeah, I mean the difference is like he's not working for Disney too. I mean he produced his own movie. You can't stop that shit. It's not like
fair enough.
like it's what's your it's about drawing the line and you can't because once you start crossing one people off, then that's what like when you first start the Me Too movement, which I think was good at the time, it's still like good overall. I mean like you're calling out real motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But once you start like making the example for that person, you just keep going down the list because no one's stopping the line from going down. So it just keeps going. And it's like at some point, there's got to be freedom of speech above all. Which I mean doesn't stop you from the consequences of your actions, but I mean you still you can't just attack people.
like because the guy that outed James Gunn, Michael Cernovich. I'm looking up some of his
He's a piece of
controversial
shit. I mean, it's
like just for fact checks.
But I mean, he also doesn't again work for Disney, so he can't get as much like consequences of losing the most important thing that you love that you've been working on for the last 10 years of your life.
Yeah,
it's
a shame, and that's what it comes down to. It's a shame.
And it's bullshit. We're definitely pro team. James Gunn. Thank you. I lost his name for a second. And here,
I just hope Sean Gunn doesn't leave.
Why the fuck wouldn't he? I fucking would.
I mean,
that's bullshit. You fired my brother. I'm not going to play Kraglin. I'm not going to do your fucking motion capture for Rocket. Get someone fucking else.
Yeah.
If I was the whole cast of Guardians of the Galaxy again, I would be like, no, fuck. Like, because those people like know who he is. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
Like, some tweets don't change the person that you've been, especially when those tweets were from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just all in all ridiculous. And now that we had the serious segment, we're going to bring it back around with another good segment that we have every week. The stupidest thing that I've heard in a while.
Okay.
Are you ready? You simmered down? Are you done looking up the stuff? Aaron,
Yeah. Fuck it. Run it.
Probably. I'm hoping this isn't as bad as last week.
It's not as bad as that. Like I said, it's not necessarily stupid, but it was the best thing I could find, and I had to get something that's Comic-Con-ish related, so it's from comics, right? There's lots of comics out there, Rob. Lots of comics. Can you name some of the different range of comics?
DC, Marvel.
Marvel.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Now, Marvel, what kind of comics do they make?
Archie.
Superhero comics.
Is that it? Do they make any other kind of comics?
Star Wars comics.
To my knowledge.
They make Star Wars comics. That's
Oh,
true.
do they?
Man. So there's lots of different series that happen in Star Wars comics, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes these Star Wars comics explore things from the past and give us new information to what happened.
Yep.
So the Empire, you've heard of them, right?
Yeah.
The Empire, good people.
Yeah, very, very, very.
They keep
guys.
order. You know, they
they're not the first order, but
they can't
they're
hit the side
there.
of the car to save their lives. You know, they're good. They used to have this big weapon, this like massive destructive weapon.
Yep.
What was that thing called?
Death Star.
Right. So who destroyed the Death Star?
The Rebels.
Oh, how'd they do that?
The trench run shot
Into the reactor.
sunk the shot.
Into the rack. Why was that spot there? Shouldn't that have not been there?
Because Jan Urso's father built it to be there. He built it to be there, I believe. I mean,
Yeah, that's interesting. So, so they put this thing. Was that completely Jan Urso's idea? You know,
Galen Urso.
Galen Urso, sorry. You think that was completely his and Lyssa's idea? That's his wife.
No.
Probably.
Probably. Oh, but he says probably not. Yeah.
I say probably not.
I think you know we would have been led to believe that was totally his idea, right?
Yeah. It
Interesting
was
fact.
actually Jar Jar Binks.
I'll punch a hole in the wall. I will punch a goddamn
He's a Sith.
What if it wasn't completely their idea to put it in there?
Who else
Indeed,
would have come up with that idea?
I'm gonna be upset if
else?
It's not what's his name?
Who else
character.
is around that might have came up with an idea to
What's his
put
name?
a flaw in the Death Star?
What's his name? Fucking the black guy that died really early.
No, it's not him.
Jar Jar.
So keep that thought in mind. So, who ran the Death Star? Who's in charge of it?
Darth?
No, it was the Emperor.
Was it the Emperor?
But, also incorrect.
Tarkin.
It was Tarkin. Tarkin was the Moff in charge of it. So Tarkin, he's one of the Emperor's best allies, right?
Yeah.
Now, Tarkin, though, Tarkin, like, he had problems with some people. They weren't necessarily, opposition, but, they didn't necessarily get along all the time. You think some of those people? Some people that he always didn't get along with?
Vader.
Is it the fucking Gungans?
Vader?
Yeah.
Maybe that's interesting.
I don't think Tarkin always got along with Vader.
What if I were to tell you
kind
that,
of a pissing contest in the sense of
that in a recent comic, Star Wars Darth Vader Annual #2, it's revealed that Darth Vader sent a warning to the Ursos to put a flaw into the Death Star so it could be destroyed. What if I told you that the reason the Death Star blew up was because of Darth Vader?
There's good in him!
Because that's canon, Rob. That's what came out in Star Wars comics this week.
I believe it.
Darth Vader, like I said, the concept. Oh, it's cool. Darth Vader's personality. But if you just think about this, Darth Vader destroyed the Death Star.
When all of this,
fucking stupid sentence.
When all this crap always starts to come down, especially with Darth Vader, what my brain
there was a way to meet his son.
What my brain goes back to is
reunion.
Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker, and Anakin Skywalker was always up for the most dramatic thing he could be possibly. So, can I see Darth Vader wanting to be able to, in his mind, die knowing that his son didn't do anything and that he was the reason the Death Star got destroyed? Yeah, no, I can buy that. I can buy that very easily.
Well, you're talking about hating Christians and Darth Vader.
I didn't know he had a living son at the time. He was dead. It was a whole thing.
Forced premonition, possibly.
Yeah.
That's going to come out in next week's issue.
This was an annual. It was special. But it was funny because like he's talking to Tarkin about it, and Tarkin's all like, "Oh man, you're just afraid that the Emperor will have another super weapon besides you." And then he's like, "Be careful, Tarkin. If you're so concerned with the Death Star, it'll one day become your tomb." And it fucking does. And then you see a droid like talk to the Ursus. They're like, "Oh, fucking Darth Vader sent that droid." It's both cool and stupid at the same fucking time.
Yeah, it's not so much stupid as it is intriguing.
Intriguingly stupid.
Yeah,
is the best way to say it.
It's meh.
But there was a couple different things like from Batman comics that like on this again the headline sounds stupid, but I didn't think the actuality of it was stupid. Like Batman got defeated by a baby.
Superman's.
But then you find out that it was the baby that was we had a whole thing.
Yeah, so I was here. I was your fact checker, laying on the bed.
Not for that episode.
No.
No, the fucking prayer episode. That was an early.
Yeah,
early
that was like second or third episode.
That was before this got all rearranged.
Yeah,
but it turned out like the baby. It was like Grodd teaming up with like the reincarnation of the
baby genius.
Okay, it was the Stopper or something. It was like the instead of the Speed Force, it's the Slow Force. It's the person the Turtle.
It was Turtle. It was the baby from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
And then there was also Batman or Bruce Wayne was serving jury duty, which always made it. So I was like, we always do DC. Let me change it up. So I got Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's all we got for this week on the podcasts. I'm Mike, your favorite. I'm gonna say see you guys next time and pass along to Rob.
I'm gonna say be good, and Rob's signing off, passing it to Aaron.
Live long and prosper. Aaron,
okay, you tool.
We're Star Wars people.
See you next week.
Internet scholars should not support that Star Trek call out.
I'm a Star Wars person as well.